Hi. Hello. Greetings. Let's see. I'm actually like a fraction of a minute early. There's the ding. Did you hear the ding? Maybe you heard it, maybe you didn't. Greetings. Hello. People are popping in the chat. Want to make sure you can hear me. It is Tuesday. It is Co-Pilot Show. Hi, Johan. Greetings. Good to have you here. I just got an alert, which means I need to turn on my Do Not Disturb. Let's see. I'll do it for an hour, but this might go longer than an hour. Ha! What a shocker. Deborah's here. Good morning, Deborah. Good afternoon, Deborah. Is it afternoon over there? Good to see you. Halia, good to see you. Steve from San Francisco. Home of Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. Christoph is here. Keith, good morning. Thank you, Keith, for your purchase yesterday. Let's make sure that you got that. I saw your email, but I have not responded to you yet, Keith. Jeff, good morning. Had a nice weekend. Actually, yes, I had a great weekend. My daughter was home from college for a bit, and we did a little bit of Easter stuff. But I got a lot of work done. I was able to get a whole lot of stuff done in terms of building some campaign stuff. Natalie, good to see you from Quebec. Stephen, Jeff, good morning. I said that already. Peter, hello, good morning. Thank you for being here. It's Co-Pilot Show. I am flying solo today. Diego from Long Island, welcome. How do you like my shirt? I helped build UpViral. I give them so much feedback. They probably dislike me a lot. Bob from Cucamonga. Nice to have you, Bob. Good to see you. We're going to do something fun today. At least I think it's fun, and it is incredibly important to your campaign. Now, this technically is episode number 3. I originally intended it to be 2. Maybe it's number 4. I don't know. Natalie says, I love your solo show. Shh, don't tell anybody that. No, thank you. Diego says, I like it when you're flying solo too. Lenny's here. Hi, Lenny. Lenny's one of my awesome supporters from my Movers Mastermind. Good to see you here, Lenny. The shirt I got for the beta testing that we're doing last month or 2 months ago, whatever that was, for the new UpViral editor. And my gosh, golly darn, what do you guys think of the new UpViral editor? Have you been in there? Have you played much? I have made some awesome discoveries over the weekend. I shared one of them last week in the Facebook group, in the UpViral Facebook group. It's not perfect. There are some things that I wish it did differently. But, man, there's some freaky cool stuff in there. Freaky cool. I mean, it's a page builder, right? Who cares? It's just a page builder. But I think it does some really cool stuff in relation to what UpViral is supposed to do. For example, I shared with you guys on the Facebook group, if you saw it. How many of you saw it? And if you didn't see it, shame on you for not reading the Facebook group every day. I did a special little post about something neat you can do with social sharing buttons. Did you see it? Let me know in the comments if you saw it. If you didn't see it, man, you should pay attention when I post. SA is here. Hi, SA, or SA. Post the link here, Bob says. Natalie says, no, I didn't see it. SA says, yes. Good for you, Saw. Give you a link. Well, it's in the UpViral group. Here, I'll give you the link to the group. Facebook group up. I have keyboard shortcuts. Facebook does not notify people. Natalie says Facebook did not do its job right. I tend to think that Facebook is a rotten tool for notifications. But anyway, Steven says, I saw it after I worked it out. Want to see my results? Yes, I would love to see your results, Steven. And Steven potentially figured out there's a trick to it. Steve says, I'm in 60 groups. Only 60? Come on, Steve, you're a slacker. Slacking. That's what's happening. You're slacking. Paul's here. Hello, Paul. I don't know. I think I'm in like 150 groups or something silly goose. I've started pulling myself out of a whole bunch of groups because then I get notifications of junk that I don't care about anymore. Steven says, not finished yet, but here we go. So anyway, I don't remember. Maybe Deborah knows. I started this show that was entitled. See, now I'm not prepared. Come on, Mitch. Let me turn on my sounds. You guys don't hear any rain, by the way, do you? You shouldn't hear any rain, but I'm hearing rain in my headphones because I turned off your audio. It's something I'm doing, by the way, and again, I've talked about, I wear the headphones during the show because I like to focus, and the rain thing that's going on in my head is a focus tool, and it really helps me not get distracted, like if there's loud noises around. So that's, even though there's no co-host here, I really like to have the headsets on, and my Apple ones are supposed to be here by next week. I can't wait. It's supposed to be here as early as the 8th, although I have not gotten a shipping notice. Bob says, was it about the accordion? No, although the accordion I think is freaky cool too. Steven says, oh, dang. Steven says, hopefully my social sharing image meets with your approval too. So that's the topic of the day, right? I started to tell you, I think there were actually, might be the 4th show because I keep extending it. The idea was, and again, I can't remember the original title, something about, if you don't do these 2 things, your campaign's going to be broken. That's nowhere close to what I came up with the right title, but I don't have it in front of me, so I don't even remember. But the idea, the first episode was about your landing page, right? The second episode, which I've kind of extended multiple times, and we're actually going to get to it today, is about the social sharing message. There was somebody just posted the comment, the link to the thing, but we'll get into all that stuff. So what I want to do is, this is one of the, if you've seen any of my stuff before, if you've seen me do a campaign review, if you saw what Steven said, hopefully my social sharing message meets the approval. This, in my book, the social sharing image, I'm talking about what people share on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of those things, is one of the most critical pieces of your campaign, because that is going out to cold traffic, right? You can do a Facebook ad, you can target it down to the Nats Patootie, figuring out exactly who your audience is, who needs to be seeing your message. You can drive it down really to the tight avatar. But Betty Lou signs up to your campaign, and she posted on her Facebook to get points, which is what you freaking asked Betty Lou to do. And guess what? If that image does not stop people from scrolling, you're done. You're toast. You're never going to get any of that social sharing, which is why you're doing this UpViral stuff in the first place. Right? I'm right. Can I get an amen from somebody? Mitch is very crazy anal about this. I said it. I said the anal word. I am really a stickler to this. Now, I am not perfect. Raise my hand. I am not perfect. I did a Facebook Live yesterday about just getting moving. That's what I want you guys to do. It may not be perfect. Thank you, Steve Miller of the Steve Miller Band. It may not be perfect. That's okay. But you've got to have something that stops the scroll, right? So people are out there surfing the web on their phone or they're on their desktop. And if your image looks like garbage, if your image does not attract your perfect avatar, you're losing half your traffic, potentially half your traffic. This has got to be one of the most critical pieces of a successful campaign. And I'm going to give you some outlet. I don't have a perfect presentation. I don't have this all laid out. We're going to talk about it in examples. Paul says, unstable connection today. Sorry. Anybody else having the problem? Or I mean, I don't see any problem for me, but I'm the host, so I'm not having any trouble. And I have 1,000 down and 1,000 up, so it's not on my end. Johan says no issues. All right, thank you. So what I thought I would do today, instead of posting a list of what you should be doing, I thought, hey, self, let's start with some examples of really bad stuff. Now, just so you know, if I end up picking on you, it's not personal. It's not anything against you. What we're here to do is to help you build a better campaign so that you get more results, you get more of your perfect avatar, and your business grows, and you serve the people you want to impact. That's the goal, right? Bob says my camera goes in and out of focus as I move, so I'm sorry. I thought at one point I had it turned to fixed focus, and for those of you who don't know, this is Astro. Astro's been my companion for over 30 years in my office, back when I had a day job and stuff. He's so old, I don't even remember where he came from, but he's been around for forever, so that's my friend Astro. I never did name the bear. We talked about the bear before, but anyway. And sorry, I'll stop moving. In fact, I do see it going out of focus. And Bob, that actually bothers me a lot too, because prior life, I'll be really quick. I was involved in a blog that did photography and video. And if the focus isn't right on a video, the focus puller in a film, I was watching a show yesterday, and the focus puller had the ear perfect, but the nose was so out of focus, it was atrocious. Anyway, so I get it, Bob. I get it. All right. So what I want to do is I want to start by looking at some public, real examples. Now, I have not pre-selected anything here. Okay. And what I'm going to do just before we get started is I want to make sure I'm on the right page, because I've started so many things in the wrong spots. And, well, we'll start here. Our friend Ivy Lane asked a question in the UpViral group today, so we're going to look at that too. And so let me come back over here and do I'm going to put y'all over on that monitor, and then I'm going to turn on the desktop sharing. And y'all can see Ivy's post, right? This is Ivy's post. And I also note that I don't have, where is it? There it is. The mouse halo. And the halo helps see where my cursor is, because I like to highlight stuff. So this was Ivy's question. Should the value of the item be on the sign-up landing page? Yes. Unless it's so minuscule that it's embarrassing. No. I mean, if you're offering a grand prize of $10, probably not. If you're offering a grand prize of $1,000, yes. So guess what? It's another, it depends answer from Mitch. I'm going to make myself a little bigger. Second question, will an image of the earphones on their own, not being worn, be okay for the social sharing image? And we're going to talk about that today. The answer is potentially yes. Now, she also gave me her campaign, and we're going to look at that if we have some time. But the short answer is yes. But we're going to talk about the sharing image in a lot of detail. Now, Wilco shared a video. I'm going to scroll down really fast. There's this, by the way, Remy, is not a good social sharing image. There's one of my goofy posts. So this was the post I was talking about earlier in the UpViral group from the 27th of March about how you can split up the social sharing buttons now. And there is a trick to it. And I'm going to see if Steven figured out the trick. So Steven gave me his link a minute ago. And I'm going to open that. Let me go over to Firefox because I like to be in a new instance. I like that. Look at that. We know you're very keen to join this contest, but it's not ready yet. We're lining up extra prizes. I like that. Very good idea, Stephen. It was Stephen, right? Was it Cyrano de Bergerac? I've forgotten what I missed it, Deborah. It was Pinocchio. All right, I'm missing something. Hi, Gene. Gene's here. Good to see you, Gene. So who gave me this campaign? It was Steven, right? $100. Yes, I want to win this. Looks very nice. I'm not going to criticize any of this because what you were asking me about was the sharing page. So let me put my name in. Come on. And I'm going to put in my Gmail account just because. And so we're going to see if he did split up the social sharing buttons. Look at that. Bingo, bango. Woohoo! Steven, ring the bell, sister. You even have different styles. Ready, set, go. Each one of these will get you 10 points. Share. So these are the social sharing messages. So look at this. He's got text in between. Don't forget to share by email too. You will get your 10 points when your link is clicked and 40 points when the receiver enters too. Just so you know, Stephen, I hate this, but we'll talk about that on another show. Let's find out about True Companion Club really boosting your entries, 25 points for each one of these. So look at what he's done. Congratulations, Stephen. You're splitting these up. Look at this down here. Upsize your entry numbers. Woohoo! Custom actions galore. Now that's kind of rocking, isn't it? Good job, Stephen. Oh, Mitch, Deborah says you were talking about the focus puller. Yeah, okay, get it. Thank you for that. Funny. Whee, doggies. So good job, Stephen. All right, so what I want to do is go back to Safari, and Jen was the one that gave me that. She's in my mastermind. I don't know if you read the story, but originally Jen asked me, could we split those things up? And I said no. I mean, I really right off the bat said, no, you can't do that. And then I thought, because Jen likes to make me think. And then I thought, maybe we could. And so we played with the new editor and we realized we could. So sometimes, even though Mitch says no, Mitch is wrong, or Mitch hasn't thought of several things. So anyway, let's dive into the social sharing. Now, why is this so freaking important? I need to get you guys back up here. Why is this so important? Because, like I said, this is what the users see when they are looking at their Facebook feed. Now, this group I visit sometimes weekly or so because I want to see what people are doing. Now, the caveat to this group is that the owners of the group, Ray and his wife, Jeannie, or Jean-Ann, whatever her name is, sorry, they typically will put a comment here. So that's not typical for Facebook groups or when people share. Typically what you see is just the top of the social sharing image and then the buttons and stuff and text. And so here's an example of one that I absolutely hate because there's no image. I don't know why, but there's no image on this one. Here's another one. They've put, this is Ray has put this description in there. So ignore the description. There is no image here. I don't know why there's no image here. And the title says lockdown green looks good on yo driveway. Not your driveway. Oh, looks good on you. I'm sorry. I thought that said. So my pills haven't kicked in yet today, obviously. Lockdown green looks good on you. Oh, that's supposed to be lockdown. Probably a space. Anyway, what is it with people putting out their social messages without even checking this? This is the thing that drives me the most crazy. All right, so here is one. The kindness challenge. Not too bad. I just entered to win $12,000 towards a new car in the kindness challenge. Now, where does it say in the image, and this is going to drive me crazy. Thank you, Facebook. Could I turn that off, please? No, you can't, says Facebook. Could I move this over to that side? I can make it really big like this, but then we may not see the whole image. Let's try that, see if that works. Because the image is critical, right? The image is freaking critical. Why don't they say in this, I didn't mean to do that. Why didn't they say in the image, $12,000 value? Win a new car or $12,000 towards. Stephen says, don't forget the social sharing message. You're right. I forgot. We'll get to, if I don't remember, we'll get back to that. But I want to pick out some of these. So this is not too bad. And remember, some people will read this, but it's better if it's in the image because people are scrolling. Invite my wife to this group. Springtime grill giveaway. Now, this one I actually think is pretty close. Springtime grilling giveaway. Win a Napoleon Phantom Rogue grill. Enter now. There's a picture of the thing. Perfect. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Here's one from Wyndham. Notice the top of the image is cut off. Notice the good bits of the image are cut off down here because I would much rather see the more of the ocean. 34th giveaway. This title is at least good, but the image doesn't fit. Here's another one. Hallmark matching moments. Sweepstakes 4 weeks, 4,000. Okay, this is decent. I don't know what this has to do with anything, but that's part of this game, I guess. Okay, that works. Sicily, win a trip for 2. There's a value in it. Sicily, follow your senses. Nice picture. Tour radar. Good image. Here's a horrible image. What is this? What am I winning? Is this a contest? Is this an ad? Is this a partial image of some guy on a snowmobile with skis? What good does this? Deborah says, I like the Sicily one. Yes, that's a very good image. It's a little hard to see the win a trip for 2. In my book, I would make that in a different color because of the background. But at least the pieces are here. This one sucks. I mean, when somebody has to explain what the campaign is. Here's your chance to win the ultimate sled skiing getaway. So this is a vacation, not a ski, not a sled, not a guy. Bad, bad, bad. You guys need to check your images. Here's one. What the hell was that? Okay, I know I can recognize that it's an iPhone. If I am scrolling on my Facebook, I am skipping that one because I don't know what it is. What's it for? Win an iPhone 12. Please, Facebook, stop notifying me stuff. Win an iPhone 12. Okay, why isn't that in the image? Maybe it is, but the image is cut off and they didn't test it. Mother's Day giveaway, win the trip of a lifetime. Good image, good work, whoever that is. Here's another one that's empty, blank. Here's another one that's blank. Dunkin' Donuts, spin the wheel for your chance to win $1,000. Bam, very obvious. Scroll stopping, good work. And obviously that's a fail. Incredible $5,000 cash giveaway. I like that. Tells you what it is. Fail, fail. Win an Apple Watch. So it's a picture of an Apple Watch. Where's the words, the text? You see what I'm doing here? You guys paying attention? This one's a good one, although it's a little too busy for my book, but I have done campaigns with 4 images like this. $50,000 home makeover sweepstakes. Good stuff. I would prefer not to have the logos in here, but some businesses like their logos a little too much. Fail here. Another fail here. These are supposed to be, right? This is supposed to be only big sweepstakes. Repair and win sweepstakes. Win a new Ford Bronco. Deborah said that $50,000 should be above the logos. Yeah. I don't think the logos are doing anything for anybody here. Unless you recognize these brands, they are not doing anybody any good being on the image. Maybe it does. We could argue about that. I think it's taking up too much space. All right, you got, so here's one, a small broken image of a Bitcoin. Okay, that's going to stop some people. Deborah says, it's hard, but sometimes we need to explain to the clients that they're the only one who cares about their logo. It doesn't do anything for the viewer. Amen, Deborah. What we're doing with our social message here, what they don't understand is that we are trying to stop the scroll. That's all we are trying to do. We have to grab people's attention. Unless you are Coca-Cola or Pepsi or Jeep or some big brand name that is important. I see if oops. I actually clicked on that one. The complete Bitcoin giveaway. Why isn't that in the title? Obviously, anyway, we'll rip that one to shreds later. Carl says only if the logos are common to everyone. Exactly. If I come back up here, JNC Roofing is probably not somebody that is internationally known or well-known or USA or Europe. Copenhagen might be somebody in Europe. Ivy, I thought you were going to bed. I was having a conversation with Ivy in Messenger. She told me she wasn't coming to the show because she was going to bed, and here she is posting comments. All right. So much joy. So let's just quickly look at another Facebook groups because it may not just be, I mean, it might just be them. This one I like. Again, there's some logos on there, which could be important. Pelican is a good brand. I happen to know them from filmmaking stuff. So it's a Pelican boat. Well, I was totally wrong because I was thinking of Pelican cases. It may be important to give trust factor, typically, like we said, for a larger brand that would be valuable. Deborah says it's always about the viewer. They're only interested in what's in it for me. So Mercedes, if they're going to give away one, might stop me. Absolutely. Here's an image. What's wrong with this image? I know I could get you guys to answer, but the whole key to this one is, okay, that's food. If you are scrolling, take off your hat of somebody that's running a contest, somebody that's doing UpViral, somebody that's listening to Mitch, the viral traffic guy. You're scrolling on Facebook, you see that image. What is your first thought? For me, my first thought is that that's an ad for some food. Or maybe it's a food blogger, or maybe it's somebody that's just wanting to show off some food, and I scroll right on by. Deborah says eating. Right? Absolutely true. The image has got to stop people from scrolling. They've got to clearly identify what you want to do. This says, when a cheese and I'm not going to try to pronounce that, feast with, all right. Carl says, my first thought is, what am I having for lunch? This is not a $550 giveaway message. This is tempting, but it doesn't help. Paul says, too many people already take too many photos of food. Here's one. Win a $100 Amazon gift card plus 1 month of triple immune bonus. Everyone gets 65% off with entry. To me, this is too much words. Too much words. That's good grammar, isn't it? Ain't it? Now, this... I am not going to try to pronounce it, Bob. Thank you, though. People like to see people, Keith says. But so here's a person here. She's meditating, triple immune, some kind of vitamins or something, and an Amazon gift card. So they're leveraging the Amazon gift card to try to get you to pay attention to their thing. That's okay. Not a bad idea, but there's too much stuff up here. For me, everyone gets 65% off just screams, I don't know what the right word is. Not scam, but 65% off, that's a major discount. Why are they giving that major discount? That seems like, it doesn't seem like a scam, but it seems a little hard to believe. Or it also might seem that their product is too expensive in the first place if they can do 65% off. Deborah says, I agree, too many words, and it looks like I'm going to get sucked into a vitamin subscription. Well, especially with the fact that it says 1 month of triple immune. All right, so Stephen asks a great question. I'm going to hold on to that for just a second, Stephen. Here's another iPhone. It's iDrop. They do a horrible job. They do contests all the time, but they do a horrible job. This is a PS5. Again, there's no enter to win. There's no words around it whatsoever. This is a very zoomed in fishing pole, which is a horrible image. Absolutely rock bottom fail. I mean, if you're scrolling, you're going to scroll right on past that because you might recognize. I mean, it's almost not even recognizable as a fishing rod. Anyway, here's one. I'll go with Steven's comment. A lot of chopped off pictures. Yeah. which is part of the thing that I absolutely hate. I detest. It drives me bonkers. Do these people not even look at what they've done? I mean, if I hired somebody to do this, I would not rehire them next time, because this is an absolute fail. Absolute fail. Here's another failure. This one is interesting because it's tall, which implies to me that they're not using the standard Facebook posting API stuff. Thank you, Deb, for posting the video. The message here is a little bit off in my book, because the word sweepstakes is on the page, but it's so small, people aren't necessarily going to see it. You may recognize this one. If you, I'll tell you about this later. But this is kind of sort of similar to something I've done. Welcome to Florida, the Sunshine State. This is a trip to Florida. Where is the win a trip to Florida on the top? All right, you guys, I think you guys are getting the point. Horrible, horrible images. This one at least says Immortal Grand Giveaway, but what is Immortal? Is that the whole image? I think that one got cut off too. No? Seems to be the whole thing. Immortal Grand Giveaway. All right. All right. So let's the first thing I want to share you. Whoo-wee, Mitch. That one's not too bad, but the background image is just so incredibly busy, it's really hard to see. Huge giveaway. Yes, I continue to scroll through these things because it drives me bonkers. This one's not too bad. Opening day giveaway, baseball. I get it. This I like. This one's a good one. Right? It stopped me. Spring back into action. Too many picture things here. Spring is upon it. Enter now to win. At least they have giveaways a little too small. They have the pictures. Enter now to win. These are the key things that I'm trying to get you to pay attention to. Review giveaway. I don't know what is that the brand name? Apparently it is. Review 22U. Okay, but this points to a YouTube channel. Interesting. Horrible image here. Look at this. This one's cut off, like Steven noticed. All right, so Jeff asked the question, what recommendations do you have for us to maximize your images? So the other side of Steven's questions, can I assume that UpViral using Canva avoids that? We're going to walk through that in just a minute. So I'm going to post a comment. Deborah says that word immortal, I do not think it means what you think it means. The Princess Bride reference. I like that. Thank you, Deborah. So, let's see. In the comments, I'm going to post a sample. I'm going to post a link. If you go to viraltrafficguy.com, that's my website, /sample, you're going to get into a folder on Canva of some samples that I have shared with people over years. There is a folder of really bad examples if you want to dive into some of these. These are atrocious samples, but you just saw some atrocious samples. There are some samples in a folder that are not mine that you can look at that I think are decent examples. And then there are some of these that are ones, well, except for this one. This one should be in that other folder. This is not mine, but I think this is one of the best ones I've seen recently. If I can get it to open big. And yes, it is samples. Oh, did I not put the S on the end? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Jeff. I apologize. Whee, doggies. I thought I put the S on there. Sorry. There is an S on the word samples. The reason I like this one, and again, don't forget that this bottom gray part was part of what the Facebook shared, right? So I'm talking about this image. Carl, so put an S on the end of it. viraltrafficguide.com/samples with an S. So you can see all of these. These are not Canva things yet. We're going to get to the Canva thing in a few minutes. But the thing I love about this one is that the visual, right? Young couple, white beach, blue water, big words, Bahamas, big words giveaway. They did put the logos in here. Enter for your chance to win a trip for two. They've explained what the contest is, where it is. Fly later has to do with the pandemic, of course. And people, which is what I think Paul or somebody mentioned a few minutes ago, or Keith Paul. People, we like to see people. We like to see people using the thing. Here's the one that I told you I did for a client. Had the 4 images on it. There's their logo. I was trying to get rid of the logo, but no, they insisted on the logo. I wanted this to be a little bit different, but sometimes you lose the battles with the clients. 3 tripods, 3 chances to win, enter now. So what I'm trying to suggest to you here, in answer to Jeff's question earlier, the 3 things on the image are the product and or the product in use, the words enter now as big as you can get, the words win as big as you can get. We don't have to worry about Facebook advertising text sizes here. And if possible, show the value or the number of chances to win, like this. Pretty simple. These are not Canva designs. These are we're going to get to Canva in a few minutes. There's that S again. We're going to get to the Canva thing in just a minute. Hold your horse. But these are things that I've actually done. Now the client created this one, and they wanted their branding in here with the titles. I really wanted to get rid of that, but here again, product in use, enter to win, brand name, motion control giveaway, enter to win. Here's one that I did for the client. If you've seen my Safari demo, I've used this one. Again, they insisted on these logos, which meant nothing to anybody. Oh, that's much cleaner image. Safari. Where's the other one that I wanted to show? Oh, I think I put it in. How do I get back to the main thing? I put it in here. The other one that I want to show is this one. So this is the other one that we talked about earlier about somebody in the image using the product. Diego says, what did you mean by we don't have to worry about text size? Facebook ads used to, although they've changed their rules, used to be restricted to less than 20% text. Now, these were never Facebook ads. So we never cared about that rule. But a lot of people used to go by that rule when they created a contest image because they wanted the text to be small enough that they could also use it for an ad. But the social sharing through the API never cared about that. All right. So the reason I like to show this one is that there is a person using the equipment. If you have an image like this, I believe the marketers know that showing a person using the product will get you much better results. If I'm scrolling on Facebook, now this is not what I consider perfect because the word sweepstakes is one of the smallest set of words in here, but there is prize value up in this corner. There is enter now. So we're getting some of the keywords in here. And they did put John Deere because John Deere is important to the brand. And it's also important to the trust factor, right? So I like this image. It's not perfect. Deborah's got a very interesting support article. Studies show that people only recall 10% of what they see or hear after 3 days versus 65% after 3 days when a relevant image is used. So Deborah, again, with her statistics backing me up, thank you very much. The earlier thing that Deborah said, are you aware of a difference between giveaway versus enter or enter to win on the text button? This is where I wish we could do lots and lots of testing or split testing. Obviously, these are not really buttons, by the way. It looks like a button because we've trained people to click on buttons. Should you say enter now? I think you should say something about that. Register, enter, win. Although you do have to be a little careful. If you say win, we want to make sure that people don't think that everybody wins. We do want to make sure that they realize that it is potentially a random draw or most points or whatever it is that you're doing for a contest. Right? You with me? And there are differences between sweepstakes and giveaways and contests, so you need to make sure that you're using the right words for your neck of the woods. Contest, for example, in the United States is a legal definition, is a judged campaign. Somebody is going to judge something legally. The word contest means that. In Europe and other places, see, I forgot to, hold on. I know, you don't see me very well, but I forgot to put my blind up. And it's just really bright. That's part of the problem with the lighting today. So we have to be careful with our wording, pick the words that people understand. Lenny says, how would I make this image perfect? What I said earlier, right into spring are the biggest words on this page, on this example. In my book, win should be the biggest word on the prayer. People, when they see win, in my book, they instantly understand that this is a contest or a sweepstakes, depending upon your right word, a giveaway. This is hidden. Their title, right into spring, is the biggest thing on the page, and that does not stop me scrolling because this kind of sort of looks like an ad. If it didn't say prize value, if it didn't say enter now, I wouldn't necessarily see the sweepstakes at all. I would much rather do a really large win text. Bob, I'm going to hold on to that question for a second. I see it. I'm just trying to make sure I see all of this stuff. I'm sorry, Keith. I saw your question too late. Which theme templates are you using? Let me get into the template side of things. So here's what Mitch has done. I'm going to switch over Not to Chrome, but to Firefox. We looked at that. I don't have the right link ready for you. Let's see, can I get to it really fast? Let me take a quick drink. I was going to prepare a link, but all right. So here's the deal. How do I get to this more easily? Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, Steven says, my social share while you're there. Okay. I'm sorry. That's a custom action. This is the social share. And I have to log in. It looks pretty empty. Let me turn on my fan. Win $100 of onboard credit. No purchase required. Any cruise line. Obviously, you're going to fix this UpViral thing, so you got some real words there. Win $100 of onboard credit. Yes. Win. Young ladies enjoying purchases. Cruise ship in the background. Blue water. $100 of onboard credit. So that's the value. No purchase required. Any cruise line. I say this is a winner. I might have tried to make this bigger by making the young ladies smaller, but maybe not. I don't know. We could argue over the semantics of that all day long. Okay, so you need some words down here, obviously. I think that's a win. It's very good. Nicely done, Stephen. All right, so I'm gonna dive into this. I was gonna do something different. All right, so here's what I've done. Keith said, Bob, the rule of thirds isn't a bad place. Would your layout recommend? Yes, the rule of thirds is very important. It's not as important on a social sharing image as it is in photography and video. And I it's been bothering me for a while that this is not, they're not closer over here, but I'm going to fix that. So here's what I've done. I am combining lessons here. I'm gonna stop sharing just for a second. So what I've decided to do, and potentially a better way to do this. Let me go to UpViral, right? Do I have it open? We'll just dive right into the whole thing, right? I'm going to go to a different campaign. So give me a tiny bit of leeway here. Where is one that is just I can mess with? That's what I want. All right. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the UpViral editor, the social sharing editor, and then I'm going to show you what I'm doing. But I'm going to describe what I'm doing in both cases. So what I decided to do was to create some Canva templates. I have been sharing for the longest time those samples with an S, samples with an S, on the viraltrafficguy.com/samples. As inspiration, I've been trying to get people to do better images. And so, long story short, one of my movers and one of my mastermind students, he did a campaign that inspired me. And long story, but he did an incentive where he gave some people Zoom backgrounds that were customized for what his audience was. It worked like gangbusters. So they could earn that incentive, the free Zoom background, if they invited 3 people to his campaign. It worked great. So what I did was I took AJ's idea and I said, what's going to work for my business, right? I'm doing training and I'm teaching y'all and I'm working with UpViral and the Copilot show. I want to build a list just like all y'all do. So why don't I create the opportunity for people to build a better social sharing image by giving Canva templates? I'm going to show you how that works in just a second. So what I did was I created these Canva templates. What did I do to get people moving? I created an UpViral campaign, right? So in terms of what Mark and William last couple of weeks ago was talking about the UpViral campaign, I have an UpViral campaign that I'm giving 5 free Canva templates, but I have an entire pack of 30 that I have for sale. And if you desire, you can get those Canva templates, all 30 of them, by referring people to my business. So I am, as Mark loves to say, eating my own dog food, right? I am doing what I am practicing, and I'm going to show you all of those bits. And so Deborah reposted the link for the viraltrafficguy.com/samples. But let me dive in and show you really fast before I forget. This is, I'm going to edit this such that I put me over on the other side of the page. Let's go over there because I think that's more important. So if you go into the social appearance inside of UpViral, you can either upload an image or you can do design on Canva. Now, this is a freaky cool, awesome thing. I continue to recommend people, and I laugh because I thought they were going to change this, but I recommend that you make your image be 1200 by 628. Double this thing that they list here. Double it. Trust me, it'll be much cleaner. And if you use this design on Canva, it actually uses a double-sized image compared to that. All right. So if you do the design on Canva, what it's going to do is take you over to your Canva account. Now, notice that it says, oops, I clicked it, but it says Facebook ad. That is the size that UpViral shares, that Facebook uses through the API that UpViral posts for you, 1200 by 628. That's the exact size you need. All right. So if you go to your account, and I have lots of different things, but they show you all of these templates, even in the free account. No, Deborah, it's 1200 by 628. 628, not 668. 628. So they share all of these templates, right? These are Canva templates that you could create. So if I click here, it puts this over on my work area. But notice that this image is not filling up this entire blue area, white with the blue outline. So they've given you this, but you can quickly create this, right? It says photography contest. Again, the word contest in the United States means, as Deborah so eloquently put the full definition, contest means it's judged, but you could use this as a template. Let me make it full size because it's important that it fills the thing. And I could easily do, if I go to text, I could do add heading, and I'm going to click out of that and I'm going to drag it up here, and I could make the font size be 90. I'm going to be really goofy, and I'm going to select all, and I'm going to type in win $500. And I'm going to just put it there. And you see how easy Canva makes these things, right? I'm going to make it be red. Now, the joy of this interface, and obviously it's not perfect, I'm just giving you an example. You cannot save this. This is a Canva restriction. I can't save this, but I can publish it. If I click publish, it's going straight into my UpViral campaign right there. I don't have to do anything fancy. It is right there. And now when somebody shares on Facebook, that image is going to be used. Okay? You with me? This is an awesome, freaky, cool thing. Gotta use this tool. So forget about uploading your own unless you are building it in Canva. You could screen capture it. Oh, yes, you could. I mean, you could download it. You could right-click on this, and you could do Save Image As, and it will be the proper sized image. So you can save it. The better opportunity is to just go to Canva. Do I have Canva open? I don't. I'll just open my app for Canva. And you're going to see a whole lot of stuff that's in here that I'm playing with. And you see that I've got some templates that I'm going to show to you, right? So I could go in and create a template. These are all the proper size. Let's just say we're going to use this one. And I could download that, right? So this is a win, your ultimate viral traffic campaign, learn how. And you may see this image some other day. And now my alerts are coming back. Let me turn on Do Not Disturb again. So let's suppose that I want to use that in my UpViral campaign. So I'm going to flip back over to UpViral, and I'm going to do design on Canva. And I'm going to go down here to my folders, and I'm going to all my designs. And there it is, right? So let's suppose, is that not the right size? I'm shocked. There's something wrong with that image. It's not the right size. So I can change this. Let's just say I wanted to add, I don't know, $1,000, whatever. Now, obviously, I have it centered, so let me make it be left justified. Why is that going off like that? Whatever. So I'm making these changes, right? I can change this, and I can do publish, and now that's my image. Freaky cool, huh? Now, if I do design on Canva again, it's not going to take me to that image. It takes me to a blank slate, but I can get to it in my folders, and I can do all my designs, and there it is. I could change it again, but it's back to the way it was, the original. I'm really surprised that image isn't the right size. Mistake, Mitch. Mitch made a mistake. Ha, ha, ha. Really cool, huh? This option is really cool, to be able to use Canva in a very simple way. And again, I could go to their homepage and I could see their recommendations for templates that are Facebook ad sized. I could use these. They don't have to use the ones that I've created. And again, it's not too hard to edit these, right? They've got the fonts. I can make this in 20 seconds. Win $1,000 in cash. A trip to Florida. And you get the idea that I could change all of this stuff. Win now, or I could say enter to win. I cannot type, sorry, ER to win. Obviously, that may not be the right words, whatever. I can click publish, and I have my campaign image done. Not too hard. So Deborah said it is saying that image is at 83%. Okay, so Deborah, what that's showing you is how it shows on this window. I can change the zoom to be 50%. It's not changing the image itself. Thank you for that. But that's just how I'm viewing it on my computer. So Keith asks, so when you click publish, it does not download the PDF. It's not a PDF, it's a PNG. As it normally would do, it publishes it to UpViral as long as you are logged into both. Correct. Okay, this is a direct connection between this campaign inside of UpViral and Canva. When I click this, it is launching Canva. We're still inside of UpViral. I don't have to download it and upload it. It's right frickin' here. Right? I mean, I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to do publish. Obviously, I would change it, but it is so fast to make these changes. Bam, there it is. Now my social sharing message is this. This is freaking awesome. If you're not using this, please start. This is the best thing since sliced bread. Now, let's take it a step farther if you're okay. I am not asking you to sign up. Okay, I want to be clear that this is not me trying to sell you something. I am just demonstrating. It happens to be kind of promotional. I'm trying not to, step on UpViral's toes here, but you do have the opportunity to get my 5 free Canva templates, and they're a great place to start. So if I go over here to Firefox, this is the campaign that I have built, and I'm going to give you this URL, and I'm not asking you to sign up. And I guess I have to put HTTP, right? Some reason it didn't give you the full link. So there's a link. All right. If you come here, this is my UpViral campaign. And what I am doing is I'm eating the dog food because if you click this button right here, you will get 5 free templates for Canva. And so I put on some promotion about me. Here's some of the images in the complete bundle. But I'm using the new UpViral editor. And if you click this and you enter your name, Mitch EMG, and notice I'm using a tool called debounce, which is a whole nother conversation. So it verifies the email address. And notice I put in this checkbox. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you can read it. I agree, typing in someone else's email will eliminate me from ever getting anything from Mitch, ever. I'm being kind of stringent because I have caught several people just putting in somebody else's email address to earn the free stuff. And so I'm being pretty mean and stinky about it, trying to get people to stop cheating. Right? I mean, I'm a business owner. I don't want a bunch of junk emails. Be an honest kind of person and quit cheating. Grow up, people. I mean, the 30 templates are only going to cost you $29. Quit cheating to save $29. And I'm not promoting this. I agreed to get awesome tips, so you're going to sign up to my email list, right? You can always unsubscribe. So here is, you will get an email with the 5 free Canva templates. That's where you get the link. Make sure you check your email. So this is an UpViral campaign, right? Share and refer. I'm being kind of bold with this one, trying to make it fun and entertaining. You need 400 points, blah, blah, blah. You currently have 30. I'm playing with the new templates. Here's where I split up the buttons like I showed you before. Take you to my places to show you about other stuff. Now, how do I get those 30 templates for free? So you can buy them now if you want. There's a buy button down here. But these are incentives, right? This is what I'm teaching you people to do. You people, this is what I'm trying to get you to do in your business, is to offer incentives to get people to grow your list. And I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong side of the screen. I think you get the idea, right? But there are incentives to get people to do more social sharing. And when you get to 100 points, then you get this first thing. When you get to 400 points out of, I'm at 30 right now, then you get the free templates. I'm sorry, the 30 templates. And then if you want this course, then you got to get to 700 points. So that means you got to invite friends, right? And I even told you, refer 6 people and this is free. So I am trying to teach y'all, this is how I'm doing it. This is an example of how I'm doing it. It is bringing me leads. I have not done a whole lot of promotion about this. I think I'm at 46 leads. 35% of them have been referred, people trying to earn the incentives. This is exactly what I think you should be doing. And what is this? Is this a contest? No, this is a viral lead magnet. So what's my social sharing image look like? I don't know why. Maybe the other ones this morning were why is this so slow? Why is this not filling in? Probably because, here's why. Because I changed the image this morning. That's why. So by the way, here's another tip. I'm going to post in, let me make sure I have the right link in my head. How long has this been active? It's been up for a week, but I've only shared it on my timeline. So I'm going to post this link in the comments. If you go to viraltrafficguy.com/debugger, you can also Google it. But Facebook has a debugger. And sometimes when you change your social sharing message, Facebook doesn't see the most current one. So what you need to do is to come in here and post the link. So I'm going to post in the link. Let's see, I should have it right here. And it should bring up the proper social sharing image, grabbing it from inside of UpViral. So if you're having trouble, come over here to that developer, and Bob shared the link, developers.facebook.com/tools/debug. The link I gave you is the same link. But if it's not showing the right image, you can do this button called scrape again, and it will go try to find the right image. Sometimes you have to click this button multiple times, but that's the way to get your image to show up. So what I did, by the way, was I think this image is pretty decent, but I'm testing, I'm learning, I'm growing. This 30 viral traffic Canva sharing templates, make your campaign pop, get 5 templates free. And in the background there, I don't know if I've grayed this out too much. I don't know. I'm working on this image. I'm not sure this is the perfect image yet, but we'll see. This is an ongoing lead magnet for my business. So I will be changing this over time, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. The goal of this in the back of my mind, and what should be in your mind at all times, is will this stop my perfect avatar from scrolling any farther? Long enough that they read it and click on it. That's the goal. This image has to stop people from scrolling. All right, so if I come back over to UpViral, I'm going to assume that you can figure out how to get those templates in your account, the 5 free ones. So what you're going to do is you're going to put those in your Canva account, and you're going to, pardon me, shoot on a frog or something. Hold on. So when you have those put in your account, you're going to click on folders. I happen to have put them in a folder called Viral Traffic Guide Templates. And you will see the templates that look like this. So you click on it, and now you see the 5 templates, and I have the instructions here. So let's just say that I wanted to use this one as my template. Now this is a place to, I'm going to use this one instead. This is a place to start, right? A template is a place to start. I've got the keywords in here, hopefully, enter to win. I've got the prize value, and this one has a reason why. Now you can change out this background image, right? You can come over here and you can go to background, and you could change the background image. I apparently, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that image, and I'm going to grab that one. And there's another image apparently in there. So there it is. So you can change out the image very easily in the background. Deborah says, I love the Bahamas one. Enter to win, so you can change the words, you can change the image, you can completely redo this, right? I can change the color. Let's say that's not bright enough. That's still too hard to see. Maybe that. No, I'm going to play with that color, which was close to the original color, right? I can grab an element, and let's say I don't think that's good enough, and I can just want to put something because my image is too hard to see, and I can just quickly put a background behind there, and bang. So maybe this is a trip to New York. Bang, I'm done. Potential, right? Obviously, you could wordsmith this. You could do all kinds of stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to grab that background, and I'm going to group it. And so now I could just move the whole thing as one thing, and I want to put it in the middle because I didn't like where that was. So the little guides show up, and now I'm going to do publish. Wowzers. Now I've just completely changed my campaign in, what was that, 2 minutes? And it was probably 2 minutes because I was talking so much, right? So these templates are just a guide, a place to start. And the only thing that's different between what their templates are, like this is a nice, pretty, I have always thought that was a mountain with snow. It's kind of a really crazy image of a tree, I guess. Trees, bushes, whatever. Instead of having vague, non-contest, non-viral traffic templates, if you go grab the 5 free ones that I've given you, then you can start with any one of those 5. If you go earn the other ones, if I go to folders, I'll show you all the other ones. Where am I? The templates. I want to go back to this one. So these are the other templates that are in the package. So this one is based on the Safari campaign. And I know this image is a little blurry. It's not the best image, but that's the one that we found. It's a weed. Mom says it's a weed. The idea here is that you would not use this image, right? You are going to maybe do a different Safari, or you're going to do a different you're going to do a different image than this one anyway, right? So if I delete that image and I delete the background and I just come over here to backgrounds, or I can even do photos, right? This is one that I created for a taco campaign the other day from one of my movers mastermind. So I would grab this and I'd move it over here. Obviously, 6-night luxury doesn't apply, but these things, I grab those and bring it over here. And now I, within the next 30 seconds, have a restaurant giveaway for tacos. Carl says it looks like coral. Coral, not Carl. Deborah said, I typically use Photoshop, but will switch to using Canva for ease of use with UpViral. Can you reduce the opacity of the background box? Yes, ma'am. You see this little transparency thing right here? I can make that disappear or appear to have an overlay, as Photoshop says. I mean, there is no reason to be using Photoshop anymore for this task. It is just overkill. Canva is so freaking simple. You can craft these things so quickly that you're wasting your time if you're building these in Photoshop. I was meaning the background box on its own. So yes, if I come over here and I do elements and I take that one that I showed you before and I want to put it here, and they do things a little weird, but I can do that. And there's send a background, or there's send a front, right? There's all those things, but yes, I can still do the transparency on that box. And I believe that's what you were talking about, not this one, so I can bring the transparency of that back up. So I can do that. Absolutely, I can do that. And yes, Carl, I knew you were talking about the image from a couple of things ago. So this is absolute joy. Now, until a week ago, I was living in the free version of Canva. You don't have to pay for Canva. The reason I started paying for Canva was to be able to deliver these templates, because that's a pro feature, to be able to deliver them as templates. And so I bit the bullet to grab that functionality. Otherwise, I would have just lived without it. I've used Canva for 5 years without being on Pro. Now, when you're on Pro, you get a whole lot more images. And if you're not on Pro, for example, I believe there's a couple of these images that are in the 30-pack template that are not. I just realized that the one that I advertised is not in here. So it'll be 31 templates because I got to copy that other one in there. But again, these are simple ideas. The intent is that you're going to put your own product in here. Notice there's a young person with a blender and she's got a smoothie. Win a new blender. Very simple ideas. Don't overcomplicate this. Where was that question a minute ago? Keith said, I know you don't do much Facebook advertising, but it's still going back to Bob's question. Is Facebook still fussing over the size of text within a picture? The 20% rule with text is no longer applicable to advertisements inside of Facebook. I don't know if they specifically get angry about the font size, but you no longer have to worry about the 20% rule when it comes to an ad. Okay, does that answer that? Deborah says, I have free Canva, but I haven't used it too much. Do you have an affiliate link for the pro version, please? That's a great question. I don't know if I built one or not. viraltrafficguy.com/Canva would be the link. And yes, I do. So if you go to viraltrafficguy.com/Canva, that's my affiliate link. Thank you for asking. But again, right now, you probably don't need the pro version. The only thing I got it for was the ability to deliver templates as templates. And that makes it easier. So let me just show you, for example, if you go over, I'm going to open a new window in Firefox, and I'm going to do the link. Let's see. Actually, I don't have the link in front of me. So if you have the link, what it does is it pops up and it shows you. Actually, I do, I think. I can just go over to Canva and grab it, right? So if I go to folders, templates, and I think that I can get I come in here. No, I need to go home. That's what I need to do. And I need to go here. And I need to copy that. So if you don't want to sign up to my email list, I'll also give you this. You can just get the templates, the 5 free ones. And this is what happens. And this is what I intended to give you before. A template was created by Planet Mitch that was shared with you. Start designing now. So it shows you what the size is, and you use templates. So this is the function that I bought so that I could just distribute these as a template. If you don't have that functionality and you give somebody a link, then they can edit the original link. And so what was going to happen would be that if I gave out the link to everybody for the original template and somebody decided to edit it inside the template without copying it into their account, then my original template would be messed up. And I didn't want to mess with that. But you can use these templates without buying Pro, is what I was trying to say. And if you use that link that I just pasted in, you don't even have to sign up for my email list to get the opportunity in the UpViral campaign that I showed you earlier. Inside here, there's also instructions. But by the way, if you go in to this template, the young lady that I used to create these over on Fiverr, I gave you her link. If you would like to have somebody do your templates for you, you can go over. I get nothing. There is no incentive for me to do this other than she was very easy to work with. She was understanding of what my needs are. And now if you need her to build something for you, which theoretically you won't because the templates are so easy to use, but if you needed to, I gave you her link here in the template itself. All right, so I think we've covered everything that I wanted to cover. Does anybody have any questions? Are you guys understanding what's going on there? So the idea of your social sharing message, simple, easily understood image, the biggest words you can come up with that say win or enter to win or value, show somebody using the product if it's a product, if you can. No logos if you can help it. Simple, attention grabbing, scroll stopping, vibrancy in image to get people to understand what you want right away. That's the goal. Does anybody not understand that? Or have I confused anybody? Do the debug thing if you're not sure that the image is showing up properly. Test. Go over to Facebook and post your campaign link and see what Facebook shares as the image. Now, if you use the UpViral to Canva link, you're going to have the right size. There are people, even in my mastermind, which drives me bonkers, that still create their image somewhere else and import it, and it's the wrong size. Save yourself the trouble. Use the Canva option. It's free. It is absolutely free. It's going to give you the right size image, and it's going to have really nice graphics. It's simple. Don't do anything else. Don't be a Deborah. Sorry, Deborah. Don't be building these over on Facebook. I'm sorry, in Photoshop. It's just so much more work. OBC contest. Nope, I don't understand that, Stephen. Oh, from what you and Deborah shared, I need to change my custom domain. You don't have to. I thought it was a bit long when I saw it, but as long as you're using that, not the UpViral domain, that's a much better option. Deborah says, make your image 1200 by 628. If you use the Canva option, you don't have to worry about the size. It gives you the proper size. Take that worry out of your head. Quit uploading images. Build it in Canva as a Facebook ad template. You will get the right size. If you want to save it as a Canva template, you do have to build it in Canva first. But again, well, let me just totally show you so you're clear. I'm going to go back to screen share. I'm going to move you guys to the other screen. I'm going to move you guys to the other screen. Come on, go. I'm going to go back to Canva. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I think I screwed it. I somehow closed the window, didn't I? Are you guys still here? And now I'm using the wrong freaking camera. Can I switch? Doggies. I did it, didn't I? I can't switch the camera while I'm on. Can you guys hear me? Are you still there? All right. Sorry. See, now I got the wrong camera. I accidentally closed the window that you guys were on. So I think I disappeared for a while. Can I turn the video off and then switch cameras? No. All right, anyway. So that's pretty horrible webcam right there. Oh, sorry about that. I made a boo-boo. So anyway, and I don't know where I lost you. Probably in when I was trying to demonstrate something and you guys weren't there. And I was like, oh, wait, their window's not here. So anyway, I was trying to demonstrate how you can build your own Facebook ad size image in Canva and use that as your own template instead of the ones that I offered to you. All right, so does anybody have any questions? I think I've covered everything that I need to talk about. And I do apologize for making that mistake. I covered Stephen's social sharing. I covered Stephen's campaign. I did see his message about the UpViral or the custom domain. I don't know if you guys heard me talk about that. You don't have to change that. It was rather long, but that's up to you. This image looks horrible. Deborah says, I thought you said in UpViral the Canva image size is smaller than 1200 by 628. Let me rephrase that and see if I can do this properly. I'm going to do screen share. Come on, share the screen. Here's the deal. And this is what I keep wanting them to change. But it says right here, recommended size 600 by 314. That's what this says. But when you click on design in Canva, it goes out and it grabs the Facebook ad size. And I've got this resolution too high right now, and it's not showing you the file name. But it is a 1200 by 628, which is double the size of this. If you simply multiply that by 2, you get 1200 by 628. So inside of UpViral, they have the wrong dimensions here. As many times as I've asked them to change it, they're not. They have not. This image should be 1200 by 628. Don't pay attention to this. All right, so Steven says currently he's using OBC contest.cruise companionclub.com, companionsclub.com. It is a rather long domain, but most people aren't going to click it. I'm sorry, they're not going to type it in. you can make your custom domain whatever you want. So Deborah asked, what is a custom domain? Well, I should have just stayed there. Can I go back? I'm going to make this a little smaller. Now, inside the Facebook sharing, and they're giving you this preview here. And by the way, before I forget, there is also, if you decide to use a different image on Twitter, you can change that here. If you don't change it, then it's going to use the Facebook one, which is okay. And there's also the email. Now, there used to be a Pinterest size, and hopefully they're going to bring that back because Pinterest is a different size. But notice here in the preview, Deborah, it says upvir.al down here. Okay. What we want in life is for people to see our branding here instead of UpViral. We want to see our branding. So if I go to the Promote tab, which is the URL that is going out, notice that I have a custom domain, and I know it's tiny. If I blow this up, you'll see that the URL for this campaign is demotesting.viraltrafficguy.com. I have set up a custom domain so that it doesn't use the upvir.al. So when you set up a custom domain, you would go to, I'm going to finish this and answer Stephen's question. You go to settings, and over here under settings, you can do custom domains. Now, depending upon what account plan you're on, I happen to be on the unlimited account plan from when UpViral was first launched. So I have a ton of custom domains. You see, I have 23 currently. Nobody else does as many as I do, but with the basic plan, you can have one custom domain, which, by the way, most of the other tools charge $100 a month for. UpViral gives you one for no additional charge, 3 on the business plan, and 10, I believe, on the plan that's above that. But you set those up. So you have a subdomain and then your main domain. And so you set this up so that you're not using upvir.al. Once you set that up over here, you go into your campaign. You see the social sharing templates one now has 51. So assume some of you have joined. But here's the demo one that I was using. So let me go back into this. If I go to Setup and I go to Advanced and I go to General Setup, come on, General Setup. Oops. Sorry, it's under tracking codes. I always forget. Here is where you set that up. So if you come in and set up your custom domain, without it turned on, you're using their URL, and you would change and pick your own custom domain from here. I've done an entire show, I think, on custom domains, but that's the short version for Deborah. All right, so Stephen says, social appearance. Stephen's question is, I had to start again in Canva when going to Twitter. Is that normal? So on the Twitter side, I just showed you that the design on Canva is here as well. The intent, and this is a Canva issue. It is not an UpViral issue. It happens on other tools that use this similar functionality, in that if you click on this, it starts from scratch, which is why, and it won't let you save it, right? So it's starting me from scratch. It is not using what I created in Facebook. it's just the way the Canva functionality works. They want you to use their tool and not, they want to give you a tease of Canva and have this functionality, but you don't get the entire function. You don't get a save function. I can't do anything about it. UpViral can't do anything about it. But yes, it starts over from scratch, which is why typically what I do is in my folders, I build the thing in Canva first, like I'm doing with the templates. So I have, like if I come over here, let's suppose I want to use this image, but I want to use it a little differently for Twitter. And I just changed this text to blah, 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 right? I know that inside of UpViral, Canva is not going to save this. So my original is going to be fine, and I just do publish. So if I wanted to start with something I was already working on, then I would build it in Canva first. If you're in here, you're intending to use a different image for Twitter than you are for Facebook. If you just build the Facebook one and not Twitter, it'll use it by default. Does that make sense? Deborah said, Stephen, can you get acronym? So you're talking about the custom domain. Jeff says, this is the way I understood the Facebook rule. If you were creating an ad in Facebook or a cover, you were limited to a 20%. However, if you design an ad or cover somewhere else and brought it in as an image, the rule did not apply because that was an image not considered as text. It doesn't matter, Jeff. Let's quit fooling with it. They've dropped the 20% rule. It was 2 or 3 months ago that they dropped that rule, so it doesn't matter now. Steven says, but is it better to do a Twitter one? Guess what? I've never done a Twitter one. I always just leave it. It's too much extra work. Why would I do it? I think it is a slightly different size because they say 1024 by 512. But I think now it does a Twitter post. I've never had a problem. I guess it just sort of works and I don't pay enough attention. Maybe Mitch is failing. But so let's see what happens, right? If I come over to folders and I pick one of my samples like this one, I don't care, doesn't matter. It's a Twitter sized post, but it's reframed all of this to fit. So I guess if I were to give you advice, Stephen, I would start living my life that way such that I designed one image with the Facebook size, and then I brought it in and I made any tweaks. Steven says you're probably chopping off half your image in Twitter. Could be. Could be. God's Power says, just joined as a first-timer. I'm lost. I am sorry to hear that, especially since we've been going for almost 2 hours. Pretty doggies. Would love to have you come back next time. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, so I think that's all the questions. Does anybody have any specific questions you want me to answer before we move along and wrap this up? As a reminder, by the way, and Deborah has posted it somewhere, although I've lost it. Oh, there it is. Deborah posted the link that you should also have in the email for the show, by the way. But there, if you don't have UpViral, if you go grab that link, you can get a 30-day free trial of UpViral. It's normally 14 days, but you can grab the 30-day one with that link. Deborah just posted it again. Thank you. I'm also laughing because it's Mark Davies' link, and he just messaged me. He wants to chat about something. So, hopefully I'm not in trouble. No, he messaged me before we started. He has something that is, and I'm hoping I'm hoping there are several things that I know they're working on that I want to see happen. So I'm waiting on a couple of things to appear, because I will be launching a contest coming up shortly. You're fine, Deborah. Absolutely fine. It's just when he just messaged me and I looked at my watch, and so anyway. Every week we do the Copilot show. I have no idea because I blew it in terms of what's coming up on next Tuesday. It might be a Q&A show and a review show. I answered all the questions that I'm aware of. Oh, Carl says, do you recommend a custom domain? Yes. There's the simple answer. Do you recommend a custom domain that you can use on almost anything, like you think will aid in conversion? Something like entertowin.us that I just purchased. No plug there, huh? I have often bought custom domains for clients, like when I was doing campaigns for Fujifilm, because I didn't want to get in and muck with their DNS. And so I just bought fujigiveaway.com, if I recall. I think the custom domain is an awesome tool to be able to brand your campaigns to your business. I don't know why anybody would use UpViral's URL. Wouldn't you get best SEO by using your domain? Absolutely you would. Most of my contests, for example, that I'm building for myself are win.viraltrafficguy.com. But like I said, sometimes, like for Fuji, I did not want to spend time working with their web developer to try to get a CNAME built. And so it was just easier if I cheated and bought my own domain. So yes, I mean, I agree, Deborah. You would get the better SEO. If it's your domain, you would, why get a different one unless you are specifically building something new, like apparently Carl's doing. Hopefully that makes sense. Any other questions before I sign off? Because 2 hours is plenty of time. And I thank you for sticking around and working with me, especially when I screwed up and logged out. Any other questions? Please show up every week. You don't get this kind of stuff from any other tool that I'm aware of. You are getting the best of my knowledge. I am dumping everything on you. Deborah says, entertowin.us sounds like a contest portal rather than a specific business. And it could be. There is, I mean, the issue of creating a custom domain is about branding. And so you should potentially be careful about that. Anyway. Frank says, hi, Frank. Have a nice day and evening. Greetings from Berlin. Thank you for being here. Deborah says, great stuff. Always very generous. Good community feedback and brainstorming. So yes, you guys, that's one of the reasons I love this, is that you guys are always asking good questions and helping each other out. Potentially next week is the Q&A show or review show. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate you. And I will catch you next week for sure. We'll do something fun and cool. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the UpViral group. I'm happy to answer there. And we will catch you next week on the Copilot Show. Thank you very much.